figure involved. It's week 19A, I think. And next week is stripe test, in case you didn't know. So this week's review for stripe test. Well, this week we're combining everything. So like we learned the first and the second part of the second half of your form. So today we're gonna combine it. So yeah. And I start with cubes for the warm up, just because why not? Cubes are fun. I caught one. 2 spins. So spin around twice. Spin 2 times. Okay. Jumping jacks. 2. 2 jumping jacks. Okay. 2 again. Spins. Wow, a lot of spinning. Well, only 4 spins, but still. Okay. 15 push-ups. Good, everyone. 15 push-ups. 15 push-ups. All right. 1 squat. A singular squat. So hard. I don't know how you're gonna do one whole squat. My goodness. Okay, we'll do 2 more. One sit-up. 1 sit-up. You guys are doing a lot of 1s and 2s today. There we go. 1 sit-up. Okay, 1 more. Got it. 5 sit-ups. Ooh, that's a total of 6 sit-ups. Wow, so many sit-ups. Okay, good job. Okay, so now we're gonna go over action karate form. Ooh, pick up 7 part B. So, kneel. So in the curriculum it says to do a punch. I've been teaching it as a spear because I was taught it as a spear. So if you do either way, that's okay. Just pick one way. If you're in someone else's class, or if you start going to in-person classes and you take one from somebody who's not me, and they tell you to do it this way, listen to them. Don't be like, Miss Rileigh said, no, just listen to them, because they're most likely higher ranked than me anyway, and they have authority over me. And they would not be very happy. They'd be like, do I look like Miss Rileigh? They probably don't. So, this way is what it says, but if you see me do it this way, that's alright too. Okay, so, stand up, block in, step behind, chop, kick, land, kick, and now land all the way in your horse stance. Don't do whatever weird thing this is that I've seen people do. Hang on, that's not what it's supposed to look like. So you kick, and then you land all the way over here. Now, the little stutter steps. Then block, punch, big circle, punch, big circle, kneel punch, block, up, down, roll. Whew. Left leg, pop jump front kick, and punch. Okay, one more time. Yeah. So stand up, block, chop, kick, chop, or not chop, land, kick, horse stance, block, punch, big circle, punch, big circle, kneel punch, block, up, down, roll, pop to a front kick, and punch. Okay, so we're gonna practice this move. This is called the chill song block. And a lot of times it happens, people end up doing this. This is not chill song block. This is closer to a peking block, but we're not doing that. We're doing a big circle. So, we're gonna break it down. Diamond on the hip. This hand does a full circle. Well, almost. And it lands here, like it's blocking a punch or something. It makes a big circle and lands. This one comes through like a high block, and then comes down and lands like this. So this one goes all the way up, a high block, but like you're waving to someone really enthusiastically, or like you're at a concert and you like wave your hands or whatever. So it goes all the way up, and the other hand comes up like a high block, and then comes down. So put together, it looks like this. So this hand, it's here. It's not flat like this. This is more like this block, this kind of block. This one, it's tipped up like this, like, you know, like a pizza kick, how you have to balance. They say it's called a pizza kick, so you have to balance it on your leg. Your leg has to be that flat. Well, this, your hand has to be flat enough that you can balance pizza. Same thing. So, circle, pizza. In one of my in-person classes, someone said to me that it should be hand sanitizer, because right now, you know, hand sanitizer, everyone wants it. So you come up like this, and you're holding your hand sanitizer, and you're keeping everyone else away. Like, no, my hand sanitizer. That's what someone told me I should do from now on. And I kind of like it. So you can either choose pizza or hand sanitizer. It's up to you. However you decide to go with that. Okay, so to practice this, we're going to do big circle, punch, step, big circle, punch, big circle, punch. Now when you get here, you have to do 3 jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do it backwards. I'm going to mess with your brain. Here, big circle, step back, punch, big circle, step back, punch, big circle, and then 3 more jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to do it 5 times, I think. We'll see, I might lose count. Big circle, punch, step, big circle, punch, step, big circle, punch. 1, 2, 3. And now backwards. Punch, big circle, step, punch, big circle, step, punch, big circle. 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. Whoosh. 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 2, 3. Now backwards. Oh, I did that wrong. Boom. Here. 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 1, 2, 3. Only need 2 more. One, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3. 1 more. One, 2, 3. Punch. 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 1, 2, 3. Okay, good job. Alright, so the next thing we're going to work on, we're still working on this move, except now our feet. We're kind of ignoring our feet. So, there are 2 types of cat stances that you'll use. A Korean cat stance and a Japanese cat stance. They're very different. They're still a cat stance because you're 70-30, so 70% of your weight is on your back leg, 30% of your weight is on this leg, so you can lift this leg easier. But in this form, it's a Korean cat stance, so our hips are facing this way, like this. Whereas a Japanese cat stance is a lot smaller, hips are facing your attacker, hips are facing away from your attacker. So how this works is you stand shoulder width apart, and you just turn your foot. You settle your weight, so you bend this knee a little bit, and you settle your weight, and you turn this foot. So instead of whatever this is more like a combination of the 2, or this. A lot of you guys, I don't think you mean to, but when you do this, you turn your hips. You gotta keep your hips and your shoulders squared to the front instead of this awkwardness, which happens a lot when I tell you guys to keep your hips towards the front. You just like twist your body. Both of them face the front. So we're gonna do that a couple times. So just stand here and turn. And stand here and turn. And stand here and turn. Really, the only thing that changes is you drop your weight and you turn your foot. Like you're looking at me from just this side, I just look like I shifted a little bit that way, and that's it. Okay, so now before we move on to how tall your foot should be, the other thing you want to check is that the weight's distributed right. So try to pick up your foot Do you have to move weight? Like, do you have to realize that you have to lean to pick up your foot? Then it's not enough. You have to put a little. Yeah. So you have to be able to pick up your foot without leaning, but you don't want to be like this. You don't want to have no weight on this foot, just a little bit, like it's helping you balance. You shouldn't feel like you're a flamingo. Just enough so it helps you balance, but you can still pick up your foot. Okay, so now, when I was taking my own class the other day, I just had a way to remember how high your foot should be. So, you have a donut. For some reason, this donut's on the ground, but you don't want anyone else to take your donut, so you protect your donut with your foot. You don't step on the donut, because you still want to eat the donut, but you hold it up just enough that the donut's underneath it, but no one else can get to it, because your foot's guarding it in front of it. So like right here's the donut, and a little space. You don't want to be like this, because then everyone can still get to your donut. Just a little bit. You don't want to be like this, because then if it's like a jelly donut, just like, and then all the jelly goes everywhere. So just a little bit off the ground, just protect your donut. So you're here, you turn, just a little bit off the ground. You turn just a little bit off the ground. Okay, so practice our cat stances. We're gonna do this. So we practice our hands while we practice our cat stances. We're going to a cat stance, and then when we throw our punch, we're not in a cat stance, because look at where my hand is now versus if I turn into it. Here, turn into it. I'm gonna use the wall. I come over here to the wall. So let's see. I'm in here. Versus in my cat stance, we're gonna ignore this. That's cans. Okay. So if I'm in my cat stance, I can't reach the wall. But if I turn into my front stance, I can reach all the way to the wall. So here or here. You want to be in this one so you can reach the person you're trying to hit. So that would be, we're working on rotation. We're working on power this month. So big circle, and then you rotate your hips into your attacker. So big circle, rotate your hips. Big circle, rotate your hips. If you're wearing your belt, you should see your belt like swoosh in the wind. If it's staying perfectly still, it's either really short, notice it's really short, or you're not twisting. So big circle, twist. Big circle, twist. Okay, do that a couple more times until you think you have the hang of your cat stance. Alright, so now what I want you to do is take the second half of your form, which if you need to, you can go back and watch the video. It's easy to find because it's the only video while I'm in the grass, so you can just go back and see the one where I'm in the grass. Okay, but what I want you to do is focus on finding all three types of power. One example of all three types of power. The first one is twisting, so rotation. The second one is pushing, so you're leaning in with your weight. And the third one is anchoring, so you're using the ground. You're pushing off the ground to get more power. Instead of backup mass, you can use while you're standing straight, but anchoring, you need to have a stance so you can push off the ground. Like if you're going to jump, you know, if you're jumping, you have to push off the ground. That's pretty much what you're doing, except you're staying on the ground. You're just pushing off the ground to get even more power. So you have to find one example of rotation, one example of backup mass, and one example of anchoring. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, so we're gonna practice the chuck form. Woohoo! We're gonna do it one time, and then we're gonna add your own stuff into it. So here we go. Up, down, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 triangles. 1, 2, 3. This way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Catch. High block punch. Front kick. Pump front kick. Low block. Spin. Inverted figure 8. And now this way. Alternating. 1, 2, 3. Alternating. 1, 2, 3. Now this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now this way. Your favorite type of figure 8, as long as it's not this one. So I'm going to do these chasers. You can do these or these. And then catch. Okay, so here we go. Cards, please. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to go through the cards and tell you what each one means. And then you are going to have, I'm going to lay out some cards, and you have to add those things into the form wherever you want. Okay, so, here we go. This is how I remember. I can't find my chalk. I usually write it up on there, but I put sticky notes on her face, so I don't forget. If you could see my mess with a chalkboard, kind of amusing. The one I tried to punch earlier. Yeah, that's my notes from the past 6 months of stuff I need to remember.
And that's a basketball hoop thing?
Yeah, that's unimportant. But I can't put my chalk, so we got her face. Okay, so let's see. These are your favorite nunchuck trick. Any type of trick you know, your favorite. Let's look for. So those are spades. Spades. Now club. Right? Did I do it backwards? Spades. Okay, good. Spades and clubs. These are clubs. One of these 3 things. It's your choice. So either that, or that. So it's your choice.
Oh,
no, it's down here. It's not your
one.
turn. That's hearts. Okay, let's see now. Let's do hearts. Hearts is any type of kick. Any kick. Okay, now diamonds is any type of figure 8. So I'm going to pull a 5, and then I'm going to take the sticky notes out of her face and lay them down on the ground to go next to it so you can see what they are in one picture. And then you are going to add those things in. So let's say we got, I'll do an example one, and I'll show you the form. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. So we got, the first one is a spade, and that is my favorite nunchuck trick. So I'm going to start doing a form normally. Blah, blah, blah. 2, 3. Blah, blah, blah. Then anywhere I want, I'm going to add in my favorite nunchuck trick. I would do this one first. Woo! And now, the next one is something of my choice. Then I'm going to keep going. And now I'm going to add in a nunchuck trick, if I can do it right. Woo. One more try. 3rd time's the charm. Did it. Okay. Now, going this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it? A kick. So let's add in a hook kick. High block punch. Front kick. Pump front kick. Low block. And now I'm going to add in, oh, my favorite nunchuck trick again. Let's see. But instead of doing this, I'm going to do double. Oh my goodness. Butterfingers. Okay. Double alternate. Woohoo. My choice? Anything I want? Let's add an axe kick. And now, is that all of them? So now I just finished the form. So, anywhere you want in the form, you have to add all 5 things. Now that you saw me do it, it doesn't have to be in the same spots I did it. It can be anywhere you want. So now let's pull 5 different cards. Ooh, there's a teeny little ant climbing on my cards. Okay.
Can you take these off your face?
In a second. I'll take them off your face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now come here.
Mustache? Will I be it?
Ah!
Oh, I will.
Okay. So I'll take a picture of these cards and the sticky notes so you can remember what you have to do. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They're not all fancy like. Okay, so on your own. Ready, set, go. Okay, so that is all for today's video. Hopefully you did that with your checks. I can see you. Hopefully you did it. Okay, so next week is stripe test. This week is not. So next week, on Monday, you'll have to do pre-test. And on Thursday, well, it doesn't have to be that day, you know, just whenever you do Monday's video is pre-test. Thursday's video is stripe test. So for Thursday's video, it's for your uniform. You have to take a picture of yourself with your star sheet, and then your stripe will get mailed to you. So I hope you have a good week, and I will see you soon. Okay, P.S. Remember that when I say next Thursday, it's not like, you know, a few days from now Thursday. It is a few days from now Thursday is a normal class where we'll do your self-defense and all that jazz and sparring and stuff. Then the video after that is Monday. That's pre-test. And the one even after that is stripe test. So it's 3 from now. Okay, goodbye.